really minimizing how much Dyrachyo can get out early on. Shots from Q, Celery just slips out.
It's just the little things that Gaimin do so well, though, right? Like the deny to the neutral camp, the rotations at the very last second to make sure that Dyrachyo doesn't die that additional time. They get the deny on the tower. They even force a few rotations from Talon, right? I'm sure Savage would have loved to just be sitting back, farming unopposed because he knew that Ace had made that movement up towards the top side. So the fact that they make the movement and it's not even him that gets the kill, it's Makoto, I'm sure he's going to be a tiny bit salty about that.
It is good to see him being active, though, nonetheless. I mean, Rupture can almost always guarantee a kill, and we're going to see it not even used here for Tofu. Kodo is able to get himself closer towards the vessel. Gladiators are trying to strike back, though. It's Quinn and Celery together. You do have Ace reasonably close by as well.
DD.
That double damage rune is going to shred them apart.
Nice
now, the shards makes it a little bit awkward, but Savage has already tanked up way too much damage, and Quinn's already looking for the +1 kill. They won't be able to chase down Q. They will get a nice little choreo snipe.
If there is any +1 about it all, he had already bought the Javelin on Savage, so didn't end up losing too much gold from that kill attempt. And again, you know there's no Rolling Thunder for you have to consider. It's again just what Quinn does when he's got these runes protected. It's a hallmark of any sort of Quinn team is that the supports are going to provide the assistance there because they know that the man is capable of providing that impact. But talk about impact, that Diffusal Blade only about 400 gold away.
Uh-oh, Ace. Should be able to stop the trample away. Celery is actually going to drop the Tombstone on the higher ground, but yeah, it's going to do nothing here. So nice little kill for Talon. Let's see where Makoto wants to go next. He's really been on the mark with his rotations. 3-0 and 2. A much different performance we're seeing out of him. And instantly looking at mid lane. He can combine with jabs. Also a great timing as well out of the power. He's going to run straight into him. But they want to go for Tofu, which is the easy kill. Blinding Light will only stall this one out. Quinn will try and do whatever he can. Ace is even going to TP in. Rolling Thunder's still on cooldown for 15 seconds. That's a nice perfect tornado. Makoto's Invoker this game is really on point. Now Quinn's in some danger. They will have the Snowball to be able to stop the Pulverize, but it's a little bit too late though. And now Celery is going to look to enter with a Flesh Golem. Makoto in some trouble, but the shards will do nothing as Gladiators. A big couple of kills to be able to slow down this momentum that the Invoker's been starting to build.
Yeah, and they could have potentially gone for a bit more of a slow play, right? They had this 10-minute siege creep there. If they just, you know, didn't go overly deep and dive, maybe you could end up taking out another tower and start really invading into the space that Dyrachyo is still going to need to be able to get into this Battle Fury and then the items beyond.
It's having some me time, though. It's pretty decent position in regards to the net worth, and see, I wonder what the build is going to be from Savage. I mean, he's got this Mjolnir queued up, of course, with the procs, able to go through the evasion. Wonder what else you're looking to consider. I know you brought up the Scepter. You know, when does he want to go Shard as well? If there's going to be any, like, transition away from the, you know, the classic BKB and all some of the other items.
So, nah, Bloodseeker is very much linear with the way that you need to play it these days. There's a reason it's only been picked once so far this tournament. It's just a tiny bit slow, and this is what I was talking about as well, right? Jabs has just the 1 point in the Bristleback passive, so again, he's going for this higher damage potential, but I'm a little worried because we saw how quickly he melted there underneath the tower. It's not like they're lacking in damage on Gaimin Gladiators, especially with the start that Quinn's had.
But he's also not incredibly fat, and this stack is really going to help out from jabs. Got a hard camp, got an ancient. I think they're both triple. And we can really see the Bristleback, though, once you get this Scepter Bloodstone. It's going to be a big thing if he can get it before the break, though, on Dire.
That's always the big thing. And you can see there's nowhere close to a break being purchased up on Gaimin Gladiator's side. Wanting a Blade Mail first on Ace, I would assume probably the Heart before that, but yeah, I could consider him just going straight into the Aghanim Scepter on Ace as well. But yeah, for PA, it's going to be quite some time until she considers going for that Aghanim Shard for herself.
Very impressive performance out of Quinn so far to start this game. 2-1 and 3, top net worth. Gonna look to try and smoke off the back of the very early Diffusal Corrosion, and of course, Tofu can always amplify him with the Chakra. So let's see how Talon are going to be able to respond to this. Both sides scans are off the mark.
Identical times though, so both ones clearly know that something is up. Ollie right now alongside Q, just acting as that little bit of a distraction. Probably don't want to be giving up both of them, right? We know the level of impact that this Ice Blast is going to be able to provide. they are lacking a little bit of that lockdown if Makoto isn't around. So he's just hanging around in this mid lane, wants to get into that Midas so that he doesn't fall too far behind Quinn.
They won out.
Yeah, they won out completely. Feels like Quinn's going to get a lot more of his net worth off of kills, right? Obviously, taking neutral creeps is a lot faster ever since they gave mana to basically every single neutral creep with this Diffusal Blade. But look at this. The support's just taking away a little bit of the Duraccio farm as well.
It was still going uncontested, man, and his net worth is now just taking over the position of Makoto. We have not seen them hunt him down so far. I mean, Savage has also been fine, 3-1 and 2. He's got his farming Celerin in the Maelstrom. But Celery's got a great read on this, that they're hunting Duraccio. He's going to maybe act as a smoke block, or if they jump in next to the T2 tower, could keep him alive long enough for some extra reinforcements.
They somehow don't see each other until the very last second, and, oh, there we go. They're eventually going to end up backing off. Is Makoto going to be okay? Yeah, he ends up TPing away up on that high ground. The courier ended up giving himself away a little bit. Not the worst. It's not like Gloves of Haste really would have changed all that much for the start. And he's already got that Midas starting to get queued up as well. Even picking up the Wisdom Rune for himself.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
Very similar to game 1 though, right? Where it was a pretty action-packed like first 10 minutes and then the game starts to slow down. So do you feel like there is a side that is enjoying the status quo more than the other currently?
I'd say both, honestly. Like, a lot of the plays that have been happening from Gaimin Gladiators have been this trio of Pango, Coddle, and the Undying, just because they've got the farm that they really need. Again, supports don't need that much. You've got the Urn available on the Coddle. Quinn, we've mentioned time and time again about how much farm he was able to get early on into the piece, who is going for a satanic.
Oh, wow.
And it's really just all about making space for the PA, enough said, but also the other break potential coming through from Ace.
Why is he going satanic versus AA? I'm very intrigued. Sure, the spell is quite nice, but this is a very interesting choice from Quinn. We'll see how it's going to work out.
Maybe just thinking that he's not the one that's going to be the main target for the AA Ice Blast. So
Ace charges actually through Talon. They got the vision. No, dude, again, back-to-back times that they've tried to bring down Ace bottom lane. This time they wanted to set up with Makoto, but yeah, he gets out.
Just those little decisions like going the Fated Brooch, right? Obviously with a Primal, the Trample gives you a lot of value, but even just there, we saw Windlace, Phase Boots, Fated Brooch. It's enough to be able to get him away. And the fact that it was nighttime as well, right? The movement speed buff that you get.
We have, of course, the Scepter completed for Jabs, and Ag Shard is already queued up next here for the Bristleback.
Probably that's the time that Talon really want to be making something happen, right? Level 12, Aghanim Shard on the Bristle. Vanguard should be enough to be able to provide a little bit of safety. Of course, you've got the Tusk for that extra layer of protection as well. They'll scout out the fact that Q has just freshly picked up a Blink Dagger too, so that might impact the way that people are positioning on lanes. They know that they've got a lot of burst potential with this Spirit Vessel and Ice Blast available.
It's a nice go from Dire. They secured the power rune for Quinn. The Arcane once again potentially baiting Ace. 2k health they have to go through, but Talon, they're making their own play, sweeping through mid, potentially looking to try and connect with their strongest hero at the moment with the Bristleback.
Didn't seem like they saw. Well, now they'll definitely see things now. Ice Vortex being put up onto the high ground. They had Undying's Courier up there, so instantly sees the fact that you've got an AA hanging around, and the only reason an AA is going that far forward is if they're looking to set up some sort of smoke, but Duraccio, once again, just dodges them out barely.
Dude, I was really seeing the praises early game of Makoto, who's still 3-1 and 3. Like, KDA-wise, is looking incredible, but after that one death, his net worth has completely fallen off a cliff, and this is going to be an issue as the game goes on. You compare him to Quinn, the net worth disparison, it's really racking up, and this is the fine line, right? With this Spirit Vessel kind of cost works on how much you farm compared to, you know, going for pickoffs across the map. And at the moment, maybe he needs to consider a little bit more farming with you, just at least to get that Midas.
Yeah, and it's not even like it was completely on Duraccio as well for that that counter out, right? The combination of wards, the combination of Celery's calls with where exactly they're looking to move. It just feels like Gaimin Gladiators have way too good awareness for the movement from Talon, and they recognize that the fact that you were just talking about, right? If Makoto's not getting kills, he's not going to scale at the same level as a lot of our cores. It's why I was really putting a lot of emphasis onto 23 Savage and the way that he's going to be able to play this game.
Yeah, really good read Gladiators say, no, I mean, T1 Tower is not being defended. Instant scan and ping from Duraccio. But Talon, they've had enough, dude. This kind of cat and mouse, you're missing every smoke and move they've made. They want to try and at least force Gladiators to take a fight by the pit. And Dire, they're not gonna take that at all. They're fine with giving this up. They've got the lineup to continue to be able to stall. You'll get the tier 1 mid. You've got Duraccio freely farming with Battle Fury. So looks like they're more than okay with giving the Aegis over to Talon.
Not wanting to get the deny off onto the mid tier 1. Obviously just pop the Ghost Walk, so doesn't want to waste that, but I'm just waiting to see if there is any hero that ends up showing themselves. Would love a quick meal onto Celery.
It might not be quick though.
With boys.
Gladiators are nearby. Lucky Shot's gonna make it a little bit more messy. It looks like with jabs coming through along with the Ice Blast, without a doubt they'll get the kill. There might be a Tombstone as well if they want to go for it instead. Or is it tier 1 mid they can consider?
Yeah, I don't think they want to fight as far away from that Tombstone as possible. They know that they've got Tofu as well as Quinn there as backup.
Top lane? Okay. Savage. Oh, right. Random Rupture, why not? No farm for you for, what is it, 10 seconds? Such an annoying Rupture. What is that? It's like...
This is much more of the style from Talon that I was really wanting to see, though, right? They are playing on the Gaimin Gladiators side of the map. They've hit their timings, they've got the Aegis. Now you've got to make sure something happens before you reach these next big items that Gaimin Gladiators are going for. I mean, Ace has basically got his Aghanim Scepter now, so he can make plays. You've almost got a BKB on Phantom Assassin. She can make plays into a lot of this. So what are you going to be able to make happen? I'm not sure if I necessarily agree with the Mjolnir at this point on Savage. I think you just got to be making the most of your own inbuilt attack speed buffs coming through. And then just look to try and get into that early Aghanim shard so that you can actually look to stand in man fight.
With this dire Berserk ward. Far out.
So much.
Yeah. See the Midas how slow it is. We've had average 1640 so far. Very delayed here from Makoto. We are about to get to that 20 minutes, and very shortly after we've got the Wisdom Runes as well. Gladiators, they're already ready to try and pick up this Tormentor, so see the importance of the potential shard, whoever it's going to be, whether it's Tofu.
They would love grab ally.
Celery?
Celery doesn't die.
He will. Sure, surely, come on. Ollie, you as good as Fly being able to predict?
My bingo has Tormentor kill.
Well, one of them's trying to predict. That Sunstrike, I mean, it wasn't that close to be honest, but it was a cool read.
Close-ish.
I think, where did he Ice Blast?
Don't know, I didn't see.
You see that clip?
No.
No? It was pretty cool where Fly predicted the Tormentor was getting taken and Ice Blast and got a kill on a support and the Wraith King's reincarnation. I was impressed. It's alright though, never mind. Okay. Top lane, Savage. Has to pop the BKB. It's gonna be long enough duration to TP out. Yes, it will. That is your 9-second duration though.
No,